What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and Quinton Simon, a 20-month-old toddler from Savannah, Georgia, went missing between the hours of 6 and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 5th. Today is now October 24th, and Quinton Simon's mother has finally made her first public appearance and first public comments about the disappearance of her son at around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Now, I'm not the best at math, but let's add that up. I don't even got all of my fingers, so this kind of has to count as a half number. But when I'm adding all these numbers up, it looks like it took this woman about 19 days to say anything about the disappearance of her child. 19 days. It took Leilani 19 days to get in front of a camera and say something about the missing toddler that she gave birth to. Now, if you ask me, seems like she's a little late, right? She wasn't quick at the draw at all. This is weeks later. We're encroaching on a month since her child disappeared, and now she's speaking out. But in her first interview since her child went missing, it seems to me like she's more concerned with the protesters outside of her house as opposed to her own missing child. Because this interview, we got about 30 seconds talking about Quinton, and the rest is just the protesters outside. You know what? Let's just go ahead and listen in, and I'll be right back with my thoughts.
Even process what's going on around us. If we get to the point that we have to barricade our own home in order to feel safe in our backyard, because we can't even process what's happening everywhere else, or even have the time to do so. I can't even walk out and appreciate my own son's memorial or put down the gifts that I got for him. I can't even go out there and do that without harassment and negligence and just everything. It's just devastating to see that this is how the outside world reacts.
Now, you know I feel some type of way about this one, but before I even get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring that notification bell so you can be notified of all of the real updates in this case. I've been on this case since day one, and I'm bringing constant updates as they come in. So ring that notification bell and hit that like button. It helps the video in the algorithm. But anyways, back to Leilani. For one, she used the word negligence. I don't even think she used it properly, for one. But the fact that she even said that word out of her mouth, it's like, do you not have any self-awareness? We're all here because you've been neglecting your kids. And even if Quinton Simon didn't disappear, let's still talk about the fact that your kids always pop up with bruises. They got dirty diapers. You ain't got your kids properly clothed and fed, and they're running in the middle of the street. The babysitter saw your freaking 1-year-old playing in a ditch. Like, come on. Negligence. You neglected your kids every step of the way, and that's why they got taken from you. But anyway, when I heard the word negligence, I was like, whoa, what? You saying this word? And it wasn't even used properly. But anyway, I guess she tried to throw some bigger words out there to make herself seem smarter than what she is. But she's not fooling anyone. At least she's not fooling me. She's not fooling me 19 days later. And then it's just like you're worried about the protesters. We can't even live and think in peace because, listen, I don't agree with what the protesters have been doing. I don't condone in that. I wouldn't suggest anyone go do that. I wouldn't go outside of someone's home and do that. But at the same time, I don't... When I say something about the people outside of Leilani's house, or the people who were outside of Gabby Petito's house, or the people who were outside this person's house and that person's house, my concern is the innocent neighbors that live in the neighborhood, and they have to go through the same amount of torture and hell as this family does, and they didn't do anything wrong. So while I don't care that Leilani is disturbed and her mother is disturbed, you have to think about the fact that the people right across the street, right next door, they're dealing with all of this nonsense too. And you may think it's cool until you go a freaking month straight without being able to sleep. You know, horns honking, people yelling. You got people fighting in the middle of the street. Cops are pulling up left and right every 2 seconds. So, you know, it's not necessarily something I agree with, but at the same time, I don't care that she's upset by it. I don't. I don't even know the words to describe how much I don't care that she's upset that people are outside acting a fool. And she's like, well, what can make people act this way? A community responds this way. Lady, what can make you kill your child and throw him in a dumpster? That's the real question. I don't agree with the protesters or whatever necessarily, but let's not question their character. Okay, I could question people's character because I'm here. You know, I'm chilling. But Leilani, you can't question the character of the people who are outside your home because everyone's looking at you like you took the life of a 20-month-old child and then threw him away like yesterday's trash. So, I am sorry. I could just peel off on so many rants on this woman, but I'm glad that we finally saw her say something, but I don't think it's going to work out in her favor. And Billy Joe, I mean, she doesn't even look like she's buying the shit that her daughter's selling right next to her damn self. So how do you expect me to? And then, like, they want people to sympathize with the fact that, you know, we're living in hell because of the protesters, but you had a couple of weeks that you could have did these interviews. You could have spoken to the news a week or two ago. You chose not to. Until people started acting a damn fool outside of your house. And the reality is, her family probably put her up in, like, to saying something on the news because they're freaking tired of all the horns honking and the people protesting outside their house. That's the reality. That's why this whole interview was more so focused on the people are outside of my house. I can't even go look at my memorial because of harassment. You're not going to sit here and cry on television while you were just out partying, taking shots, trying to give your number out a couple of days ago. Where were those tears then? I'm sorry. Things happen in life. Tragedies happen. We lose people. And we have to move on. But your 20-month-old son doesn't go missing, and then a week later you're out partying at the bar, eating oysters, cracking jokes with your family. So all of these tears, they don't have any effect on me. Because I want to see the tears that were strolling down your face when you were at Stingray's. And this whole, I don't know, maybe I did kill my baby. I don't know. I forgot. That just makes you look like a horrible parent and a horrible person. Never in my life could I fathom waking up one morning and just being like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I did murder a child and throw him away in the garbage. I don't know. It's a long night. I had a little too much to drink. I don't know. Like, that just does not happen. That just does not happen. But like I've been saying, they're on the offensive now. Who knows what they will say? And I've already warned you all that, in these true crime cases, we always have to worry about fake. All right, for one, let me clear this up. There's rumors that are real rumors, and then there's fake rumors. That's one thing I've learned about covering these true crime stories. There's real rumors that start in the communities of where these crimes take place. And then there's fake rumors that were never even a rumor to begin with, that YouTubers will pretend was a rumor just so they could spread it and get views. All right? So we have to keep all of that in mind. But in this situation, we're going to have to worry about this family, Leilani's family, spreading their own rumors. And I want you all to watch out for it. Because ain't no way in hell you're going to trick me with these little tactics It's like, bam, like I said, it's like flicking a light switch on and off. This family went from not saying anything, closing themselves off, to now we're going to talk to everybody. We're going to do interviews. We're going to start acting like the babysitter's obsessed with Quinton. We're going to say her dad did it and she did it and he did it and they did it. I'm not buying it. I'm staying laser focused on who we all believe did this. And I think that's what we should all do for now. If we get more evidence or information that looks like, hey, maybe something else could have happened, I will follow that to the end of the earth. But right now, it looks pretty blatantly clear what happened here. I mean, if you ask me. But you all let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. And I'll talk to you all later.